custom seats in the corner are just amazing. I know they've been around for a while in some of the newer boats, but you were able to make them fit an older boat with just noticing the curves and the way you did the cup holders. Outstanding.
Yeah.
That was a fun time.
Come around, lay down your telephone. No, we don't know. We think we're broken or alone. Vibrations don't match. Limitations are a fact. Blow me down from this pedestal. The younger me has been ready. I'm shedding flakes of gold. These layers of stuff on me. I've gone from rough to soft. How could this be? Sun can't shine if the night's not sharp. Peace of mind, I've taught my dogs to bark. Oh, guilty or not, you're a sprite and let me steer you. Now let me steer you while you shoot. What's the essence in every lesson? When uphill is a blessing, what's the essence of no pretense, just present?
I thank the Lord for another day. I thank the Lord that I live to be 106 years old. In Jesus Christ, I pray. Amen. When I was drafted in 41, he was my regimental colonel at Fort Knox.
Really?
And he'd come up, about every other week, he'd get up there and talk to us and tell us how old Hitler was going through Germany and all through them little nations over there and taking them overnight.
Yeah.
Old Patton had a heart of gold.
Was he?
Really? If you want his side, you were his boy. Yeah. But if you were against him, you were trashed under his feet.
misty kind of rainy, but the sky looks good, and I'm on for a nice 20 miles to go.
Hi, Rebecca.
Hi, sweetheart. Talk to you soon. Our anchorage and getting ready to start Alligator River. Super windy last night this afternoon. There's a re-anchoring. And we're ready to go to Elizabeth City. Yeah, all of that on the north. We're going north. Our number, our registration number is 657000. 657000. Yes, we are flying under the American flag. Thank you very much. Standing by on 13. It's 50 degrees, and we are on the Albemarle Sound, the 1 knot, almost 2 knots of wind, because the wind is apparent wind, because the wind's coming from behind, so it's probably about 6 or 7, which is perfect. So we've just got 18 miles to cross this, and then we go into the little river for Elizabeth City. And so it's a great day. Hope you're all doing well. Love you. Piece of wood and new duct tape.
Critical thing is this boat, as opposed to time.
Old Patton had a heart of gold.
Was it?
He,
Really?
if you want his side, you were his boy. But if you were against him, you were trash under his feet. But he was a fine man, old Patton. He had a good personality, but he could get mean if time to come.
Yes.
And don't you think he couldn't?
Wow.
He would use some bad languages once in a while, you know.
Quite the personality.
Oh God.
Yeah.
He was a great big man, about 6'4", against broad shoulders, you know.
Yeah.
But he was something other. But on the last go round at the end of the war, he was completely wore out.
I'm sure.
And after the war was over with, they made him commander down there in southern Moravia, you know, like in a province. And that broke his heart when he took the Third Army away from him. That was his last days.
Yeah.
But he died sort of a heartbroken.
Yeah.
Yeah. But he was a fine man, old Pat.
Well, it's quite a privilege to have
Yes,
served
sir.
with him. Wow.
He was dedicated 101%.
Oh, yeah.
Yes,
And he
sir.
motivated all his troops.
Yeah.
You know, there's a movie about him with
George C. Scott.
George C. Scott.
I hate to make two
Would you say
movies.
that was accurate?
It was George C. Scott.
Yes.
Yeah.
Would
Yeah.
you say that was an accurate
Yeah.
movie?
Yeah, I remember him. I saw him both movies there, you know. Yeah, he was something else, I'll tell you. But the last time I saw him alive, I had run out of air mounts. And I won't know where the front lines were, so I went to Luxembourg City. That's where Third Army headquarters were. And I went up there to get some maps. And I told the captain to go in there and get the maps, and I'd stay there and guard my Jeep because I had a brand new Jeep there, and I didn't want nobody to steal it.
Yes.
So in the meantime, while I was in there getting the maps, I was sitting there in my Jeep. Patton and Eisenhower came out of a side door, and they came down the sidewalks in front of me. It's from here to that chair. I could have reached out and shook their hands.
Yeah, really.
Old Pat was talking to Eisenhower, and Eisenhower had his arms behind his back, and he was just shaking to what Pat was saying. But I couldn't understand what he was saying, but Eisenhower was agreeing with
He
him.
was listening to
That's
him.
the last time I saw him alive.
Isn't that something?
The last time.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what, they were in Westport in the same class at Westport, but they weren't in the top of the class. They were down in the lower half of the class. But they were something else, I'll tell you.
Very good.
But,
Well, thank
Pat,
you so much.
You all the time. Eisenhower was his commander.
Yes.
And he would go so far, and Eisenhower put him in the seat.
Yeah.
Here's your coffee.
Wonderful stories. Thank you.
As you can tell, we have no dementia.
Amazing. Amazing. Wow. Yes, we are.